inventory online. I just want to see that like the aesthetic matches what I'm looking for. Maybe like, do you carry a couple of my favorite designers? You know, probably even just an image or two is going to be enough for me to be like, oh, great, like they carry, you know, Molly M, I'm going. So yeah, I don't think it has to be like a really overdone heavy website.
And I'd also like to offer too, as someone who's done web design, that a frequently asked questions page is one of the most overlooked resources your store or your website in general can have. So think about the questions that people ask when they come in the door, because if I have those answered before I get there, then I'm much more likely to engage with you over specific products or specific designers. So if you don't have a frequently asked questions page, I would add one. And that's something that's not going to take up a lot of bandwidth. It's something that can load even on a mobile site very easily. You know, so it's something that I can read on my iPhone on the way to the store, you know?
And I think that's a really great point. Like, make sure, I mean, you can see mine's sitting on the table. I couldn't even let it go out of my site. Like, make sure it shows up well on a mobile site, because I'm probably in the car trying to figure out what I need to know about your gallery and where I can park. I know, it's bad, I know. Let's pretend I'm stopped at a red light.
Her husband's driving.
Stopped at a red light. My husband's
driving.
My husband is driving and I've got the phone in my hand checking on the thing. So I want to make sure, you know, so make sure it shows up on a mobile phone. And even, honestly, a lot of times I'm at home or I'm on the train, I'm somewhere, and this is my main internet connection. If I don't have to open my laptop, I won't. I'll do it on my phone first. So if I can't see it on my phone, it kind of blows by.
And also, again, like the website thing again, I don't care if I can shop on your store's website. I think for most of your shops, you probably, you know, you're doing more business in the store. So concentrate on getting people in the store. You don't need an expensive e-commerce.
And what I will say too is we're used to shopping online, but I want to see and touch stuff. So I'm used to people that I can only meet online. So if I can go to your store and know, I can go in the store and touch and see and try on and hold with my favorite designers, that to me is a bigger selling point than an e-commerce site ever would be.
Yeah.
So do you think it'd be valuable then on the website? Because people ask us that question all the time. You know, they're in the gallery and they say, you know, can I buy online? And we go, because our inventory changes, it's handmade, we're not going to get the same thing 100 times over. So would it be valuable on the website to have something about shopping online, maybe in the frequently asked questions that says, our pieces are unique and handmade, we really can't.
Yeah, I see that as a selling point.
Right.
The question was, sorry.
The question was, you know, like they get asked in the store, can I buy this online? And you're not quite sure what the answer is. And I think that, you know, that just has to be one of the frequently asked questions. Can I shop online? And the answer is no. Everything is unique, everything is different. We want you to come in the store so we can show you our favorite new pieces.
Yeah. Or, you know, if maybe you could say you'd be happy to answer the phone and ship an item out to them if they decide, you know, 2 days later. But yeah, I see that as a big selling point and not at all as a detriment.
And I would add too, one more thing and then we'll answer the question, is I would add too, you know, like remind your artists to put your store website in their sales and like remind them that you have a URL that they can link to, because we'll go to our favorite artist website and because our generation is so interested in shop local, we want to see what local stores carry the products of the people we love. So and we tend to push those. I mean, I love my stores. I want people to go buy from the store because I love it. So I want people to go buy my products from someone else. I'm happy to give stores 50% so that they can sell it for me. That's great. So make sure that your artists know, hey, we have a website. Please funnel traffic our way.
I think a lot of times people get very overwhelmed by the process of getting a website designed or building a website themselves, and e-commerce is one thing that people get held up on a lot. And so I think, yeah, for your business, of course, that makes total sense. But you know, if you're really concentrating on your local, you know, your local Main Street shop, and you know, maybe e-commerce isn't even something you want to bother with, don't get hung up about, you know, that kind of functionality. If you don't need it, obviously you need it. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Well, and
I'd like to be one of those campers.
I know, right? And I would add too that a well-designed website that I can't shop on is better than an ugly website that I can any day of the week. So if your budget is like hire a designer to make it look great, or hire a tech guy to do e-commerce, make it look great first, add the e-commerce later. And actually e-commerce is getting easier to do on its own, but I think go for the good design first. And we should just, while we're talking about that, I'm going to try not to offend you, but if your website has Comic Sans or Papyrus on it, and the other ones, that I would change that tomorrow. Yes? Comic Sans and Papyrus, if you use those two fonts.
Great question. The question was, what do you do to get someone to return to your website after they've been there once? So, in terms of web marketing or online marketing,
They are two favorite words.
Permission-based marketing.
Well, email marketing.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Permission, if you want to go 3-word first. Yeah.
I'm going to go with permission-based marketing. So you need, as a website owner, as a store owner, even in the physical store, to get a way to get people's permission to contact them again. And with online marketing, there's now tons of different ways you can do this. Email marketing is by far the most effective. Megan and I both love MailChimp.com and Aweber, AWEBER.com.
MailChimp is prettier and easier to use.
And fun.
But Aweber is a local company here, so that's
That's a good point. And those are two email marketing services that you will find easy and fun to use, hopefully. And so you can take that email database that you've probably been building because someone told you to and you didn't know what to do with it. You can take that and create email marketing campaigns that's going to get people into your store. Don't be afraid to email people weekly, email people every other week and say, hey, this is the new stuff that came in this week. You don't have to do a huge newsletter. You can just tell people one great thing that they should stop back or that they should check out on the website. So that's one way to get people back. A Facebook fan page is another thing. It's totally free. It's totally easy to set up. It's something that every business should have. So if on your website then, if you have a fan page, you need to have a button that says like me on Facebook, or you can actually integrate it straight into your website. And then that allows you to pop into people's Facebook streams. And because Facebook is now huge, 550 million users, most of which make that their number 2 stop on the internet every day. So people check their email and then they check Facebook. And so you want to be there. So that's another way to get people to come back to your website. You can link your website. You can say stop by the store today for 10% off if you mention this status update. You can do all sorts of great stuff. You can start conversations with your buyers on Facebook.
And I would add too that don't just think of Facebook as an investment in bringing in a younger generation of buyers, because the fastest growing segment on Facebook is 60+. So, because everyone's they're connected with the grandkids, they want to be on there. So you're not just going to bring in, so Facebook is a great investment because you're going to hit every demographic, the ones that you currently have, the ones that you're trying to get, you're going to get them all on Facebook.
Yeah. And then Twitter would be the other way. Same kind of thing as Facebook. You put a button on your site and you ask people to follow you on on Twitter. You send out a couple tweets a day. And there's all sorts of resources online. You can check out craftmba.com for resources. You can check out scoutygirl.com for resources, as well as the whole wide internet. But those 3 online permission-based marketing techniques are going to really increase traffic back to your site. And then I guess the 4th would be having a blog. A blog is a great thing to have for a physical store. You can tell people what you unpacked that day. You can tell a story about how you made a customer's day. You can interview your customers. You can
interview your artists.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of things with a blog that really help to engage people about your website. It boosts your SEO rankings, it boosts your customer interaction, and it boosts the traffic that comes back to your site, your main site, whether it's e-commerce or just a storefront.
Yeah, but if all of those things sound overwhelming, email marketing and Facebook. Do those 2 first.